price of Ethereum when you get a ton of volume. Let's take a look at a recent example. Here's Solana. This is all the way back in 2021. I mean, this chart goes all the way back to its inception. Okay, so we have the bull run in 21. We have the November peak of about 250. We came down to, wish you got it at $9, huh? I come back up here. I think I got in around here someplace. Anyways, kick myself for not doing the 9 because I wanted to. Anyways, okay, look. Right up here, new all-time high. Right about here. This is Donald Trump's coin that was launched the day of his inauguration. Okay. And this was the price action when it came out. It was about 48, and then, boop, tariff, trade war, everything came down. But look at where they align. Boom. All-time high, the same time as Trump's meme coin was launched. Why? Volume. Money changing hands. Everybody's selling their meme coins off Pump.Fun that just killed it to ape into Trump coin. Okay, so now you see the effect. Let's take a look at on-chain analytics. Solana network. Total fees on the Solana network in one day, 119. Total fees, 33.36 million in one day from one meme coin launch. Over here, weekly Solana transactions. All-time high. Was that? 120. Validator tips peaked at, you guessed it, Solana real economic value peak, all-time high, the 19th. You see what I'm getting at here? Trump's one meme coin did that to Solana. Now, the market cap of Trump coin over here, oh God, I don't have the statistic things on this one. You see the point. So, we're only 5 minutes in. This is the end of it. But here's the thing. I just did my Ethereum 2030 price prediction. I've shown you what one meme coin launched did. Now, right after Trump's inauguration, tariffs, war, everything tanked. So it wasn't just crypto, the whole global economy and just them repositioning. My 2030 Ethereum price, I just did a video if you want to go watch that. I forgot to add this example in there because it went a little long, but we're only at 5 minutes here, so let me wrap this up. Volume to Ethereum with RWAs coming in. If you add $1 trillion by 2030, institutions are going to stake. BlackRock owns Fidelity. Fidelity owns Bank of America. They all own a little bit of each other. With this much money coming on of their clients' money, they're going to want to secure the network. It's already 30% stake. So my bear case of 20K by 2030, that's saying institutions stake another 10% of the Ethereum supply at $20,000 and a minimum of 32 Ethereum to stake. You're talking almost $1 million a base node. Base case 50,000. They stake an extra 20%. That's also taking the float and tokens out of circulation because they're staked. So 50%, 2.5 trillion, 50. Now the bull case, 100,000, and that's with 3.7 trillion coming in by 2030. But nobody has been talking about the DTCC. And there's also another real quick thing I did too. It's just sideline capital. And I have it over here. Let's bring it over real quick. Right here. Just throw it in here real quick. Boom. This. $7.4 trillion in money market accounts waiting to go that earn crappy interest. Ethereum validators earn 4 to 6 with tipping, but transactions being busy, as you just saw in the Solana example, that shit can get crazy, right? That was from one meme coin. Imagine what every stock in the S&P 500 being listed. So nobody's talking about commodities, though. So you got 7.4 trillion over here in money market. You got the 3.7 trillion Scotty B is targeting. My Ethereum with the 2030 with commodities for the DTCC, that's the clearing bank for the commodities. And well, they do 4 quadrillion a year. That's 16 trillion a day. If Ethereum can capture 10% of that, that's $400 trillion a year in volume. 400 trillion. 1.6 trillion a day. What does that do to the price? if that was actually being done, the amount of tokens that banks and other large institutions would buy to support security and have a say would go through the fucking roof. You have 70 to 80% of the token staked, low float, people need it for gas, 150, 250. And again, this is during the market adoption phase. I don't know. If you made it this far, thank you. Drop me a like and subscribe, all that stuff. Give me your comments below. I'm just curious what people say or, have to say about this. Time will tell. Anyways.